They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
What is up, everybody? So today we're going to be pampering the CSC. So we're going to do an oil change on this beast, and it's a little more involved than the Hawk. There's 2 oil strainers and then 1 oil filter. Really easy to get to though. Obviously it's still very exposed like the dirt bike, so you know, not like a sport bike where you have everything covered in plastics. But yeah, I also want to start off by saying CSC has a really cool website full of tutorials on how to do your own maintenance. So that's one thing that's really cool, is if you don't know how to do something, they've already got all of that out there on their website. Obviously there's more for the RX3 because that was out longer, but I think, you know, give it time and we'll have a lot of tutorials for the RX4 as well. So yeah, let's get into it. We're right under 500 miles, so it's just about time. It's really nasty outside, so nothing better to do. Run the engine for a few minutes to warm the oil. I was surprised when I didn't I got so much feedback for warming up the engine on that for a few minutes when I changed the oil. It's very common practice, especially in like automotive industry. It just makes the oil run out smoother and faster, and you know, thinner oil drains faster and easier.
A few minutes later.
That's good enough. So we'll start taking everything apart and change the oil. Alright, so the first thing we'll need to do is remove this skid plate. And all you need is some like 5/16 socket, or I think it's 8mm is the metric size. Alright. So put those bolts somewhere over here. That's the skid plate. Set that to the side. And there's a drain bolt underneath. So it's that bolt right there with the crush washer. So that is going to be, let's find out. I could probably just read their manual, but I'm being stubborn. I think it's probably a 17. Dude, right on the money. It's a 17. Ow, that hurt. Punched the kickstand. Ow. There we go. There's a little bit of metal shavings here. Got a magnet that kind of picks up all that. I kind of expect it on the first oil change. But yeah, we'll clean the magnet up. And then the crush washer is still on the engine, I think, because it's not on this. There we go. There we go. And see, look how quick that drained out. Nice little drip there. I think what we'll do now is go ahead and pull this strainer off. It's also 17. A little more leverage. There we go. Very good. Nice and easy. I'm drain most of it without it getting all over the exhaust. That's a little cup bolt. There you go, a little shot glass. Using little needle nose. Looks pretty good. A little bit of debris. It looks pretty good. Just a little bit of debris from breaking in. On this side, basically got the same thing. We got another strainer here. This one's gonna be hard to avoid getting on the exhaust, but it's okay. And that's all you want to take off the strainers every time you do it, because look how much oil came out of that. I think that's more little 5/16ths. Where did I put the needle nose pliers? Ah, see it like pops into place with like an O-ring, and then we'll take off the oil filter. These screws.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hopefully it won't drop it again. I'm gonna catch it this time if I do. The oil filter cover thing. And then the oil filter's in here. Come on. Come here. Alright, maybe some needles. Little picks or something, if I can find one. That might work. This might also work. I used to have little picks and stuff. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, actually, I have a magnet on here. Oh, pro move right there. Look at that. Heck yeah. Got the oil filter. Yeah, it's looking pretty dirty. Dude, that magnet on the end of your pocket screwdriver, that's like big brain move right there. We have all these goodies. We have the 2 oil strainers there, and then we have the oil filter and the little drain plug with the magnet on the end. So we'll go ahead and kind of reverse the process. Put the oil filter back in, and then strainers, and then fill it up. So this is a new oil filter. You can get it directly from CSC's website. This is a little cleaner than the new one. And there's the part numbers and stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's the same oil filter that you'd use on the RX4, which is the NC250. This is an NC450 motor. You can get these off their CSC's website. They also sell like a 4-pack, like a discounted rate. I just got the single. I might get a 4-pack later though. I tried to cross-reference these part numbers. I couldn't find it sold anywhere else, so I would just go directly to CSC. Yummy. Yeah, there we go. Cap, you want to make sure the spring is on there. Oh, it's so slippery. I shouldn't have dropped it in that oil. Just snug, don't overdo it. You don't want to strip that out. That would suck. And it looks like these are... There's no direction on these, it looks like. They look identical front and back. You can kind of feel it pop in place. And then put the little cap back on. And then this down. And then just a little snug. There you go. On these you can see there's a built-in oil ring. So snug it, flatten it, and then snug it. That's just a little, you know what I mean? If you have a torque wrench, use a torque wrench. If not, just do it the good old German way. Good and tight. Just the same process. Pop it in, make sure you can kind of feel it back there. And it pops into place. Put this bad boy on there. Flattened out. Snugged up. Well, so here's your little cap that you'll fill. And just loosen that up. There's no dipstick on this one. So they take all the guesswork out of it. It's right on the cap itself, 1600 milliliters. I don't know if y'all can see that. 1600 milliliters. 1600 milliliters is 2 quarts of oil. 800 milliliters times 2 quarts of oil. So, and it's also 2 quarts on their website. RX4 takes 2 quarts, 1040 or 2050. Now, I had 1040 in there to kind of break it in. I'm going with the 2050. Between the 2050 and the 1040 was the temperature range, which is an obvious reason. It's only a few degrees warmer shift when you look at a chart. And in Florida, most of the year it's in the 80s and 90s, so I figured we should probably go with the warmer range oil. some Valvoline 2050 4-stroke motorcycle oil. And then it also has a sight glass right here, and it's full. Very good. Put the oil cap back on. Where did I put the oil cap? There it is. Now what we'll do is fire her up, and if you see oil shooting anywhere, that means you didn't put something together back right. But that's it. That's how you do an oil change on an RX4 or an NC450. So if you have one of those, I know some of you said you're gonna buy one and do a motor swap. So yeah, that's how you do an oil change. Not too bad, not too bad. Everything's pretty easy to get to. The only thing you have to remove is the skid plate. That's it. Not bad at all. I noticed when putting it together, there's a little hole for the oil plug. So technically you don't have to remove that, but probably worth removing it anyway. That way you don't get oil in there. But I figured I'd just stop in and let you guys know that. There's a little cutout for the drain plug. Nice. So I'm gonna clean the chain. You've already seen that a million times, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this helped out a little bit if you have your own and you wanted to do your own oil change. Like I mentioned before, go check out CSC's website because the tutorials on there are really useful, really easy to, lots of nice pictures and stuff. So yeah, go check them out. But as always, thank you for watching the video. It'd be awesome if y'all subscribed. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.